Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today the video isn't as positive as usual. So you might know that in rocket obby, the current best method is called preshooting. You shoot here and then teleport back and then get launched by 2 rockets at the same time because you shoot over there to there as well as shooting like that. But the admins have recently implemented a feature that is commonly known as prediction, where the game predicts where you're about to go, and if you're too far away from that, then it just teleports you back. And it's really annoying for 2 reasons. One is if you're about to die and you teleport to spawn, let me try doing it. Watch this. You go to here instead of to here. See the difference? It's here versus here. And that makes it harder to start. So that's one really annoying thing. And the other one is it patches pre-shooting. As you can see, if I do this, not like that, I messed up. Like this, it just lags me back, and I get like no momentum. It's even less momentum than if I just did this. As you can see, I went way farther that way. So now, it might mean that it's physically impossible to get a sub 5 run. Unless you had perfect gameplay, that is. So, humanly impossible. Because I estimate that the human limit with tunnel slide is about like 5.08-ish. And that's being quite generous. Because I do not think that anyone's ever going to get a 5.08 without pre-shooting. Like, I'll just try some tunnel slide runs and see what I get. You might have seen my other video called Slide Me a 5.6. I got a 5.6 with the tunnel slide, but it was only a half slide. And I barely ever get full slides because they're very lag-based. You sort of... like, they aren't fully lag-based, but you do require a slight amount of lag. If you had 0 ping, tunnel slide wouldn't be possible. And it's still really difficult with my low, like, 45 to 60 ping. And then there are a few people who have, like, 150 ping who can do tunnel slide easily, every time. But I am not one of those people, as I live within, like, I think 900 miles of where Bloxed is hosted. Maybe a bit farther. That was a half slide, so I restarted. I held space for a bit too long. Okay, that was good. That was like a 2/3 of a slide. That time I just hit the bunny hop, but didn't actually go in the tunnel. So what you want for a slide is you want to get a bunny hop as you go into the tunnel. Because then that means that you're only on the ground for a singular tick. So you should lose 0 momentum unless you have exactly 0 ping. Which isn't really possible. That would mean that the server would need to be hosted on the exact same computer. So only the server owner could do that, and only if the server is hosted on a single computer, which I would be surprised by, as there are like 13,000 active players. And that would be extremely difficult to run. Like, as you can see, 15,000 right now. But, yeah, so that's kind of all I had to say in this video. Pre-shooting is patched, and if any admin sees this, please remove prediction. It unpatches pre-shooting as well as fixing the respawn bug. So it's just a win-win for all the players. Or at least, like, somehow remove it from rocket obby, but put it into everything else, because I presume it's to stop hackers. Like anti-KB or whatever. Or fly hacks. Because I bet that it could help with that a bit. I think that's why Hypixel uses it on Minecraft. Wait, I feel like my timings are a bit messed up right now. Let's see. Not too bad. I was like a frame off. Yeah, that was better. Except I missed. I missed again. Why am I so bad at tunnel? Or at whole bounce? Actually, no, it's mainly the tunnel. Like, I feel like someone whose end looks like... Not that. That was terrible. Like that should have a better /go to 11 than that. I really need to practice my tunnel a lot. That's sort of something I've been working on. But also, I took a, half a month break from Rocket Obby at one point, and that, really messed up my normal runs. I could still do some pre-shot, some decent pre-shot runs, but my best run that I got in, half an hour was, a 5.4. With normal runs, that would be really impressive, as I don't think any no lag 5.3s have even been a thing yet. And only a few 5.4s. That was a good run, but I messed up. That was totally a 5.6 pace, at least. I'm gonna just try preshooting one more time to make sure that it's actually bugged. Or broken now. Patched. Yep. Did you see that? I shot, got launched back, and then just got teleported back half a second later. That time it was more like a 1/10 of a second, because my timings were better. But it's just not a thing anymore, because of prediction. So please, if a developer sees this, get rid of it, because it's just so annoying and it makes so many good techniques in Rocket Obby impossible. Every version of pre-shooting doesn't work, even the one where I do this. I messed it up. You need to angle this perfectly to, I think, this block. I don't know, it was higher and a bit farther back. So that would mean, so last time I did this block, I would say maybe this block. What was that? I'll try it again. Nope, I missed. That was the original idea on pre-shooting that I made over 9 months ago, and that's what turned into the /go to 3 method. I wonder if a frame-perfect timing pre-shot could still work, but I don't think it can, because I did 35 attempts, and none of them worked. So I would expect that one of those 35 would be frame-perfect. Because that would make it so that it weren't 2 rockets, it would just, it wouldn't make the game, suddenly switch directions if it were perfect, pixel perfect and frame perfect. Then it shouldn't bug out, but I guess it does. Yeah, so if prediction were just removed from Rocket Obby, that would be so nice. I'll just do one more sub 6 run, and then that's going to be the end of today's video. Not as positive as usual, but maybe it'll get the admins to fix it. Because I'm not even sure if it was like on purpose that it fixed or that it stopped pre-shooting from working. Because I'm not sure if any admins know about it. Well, anyways, that's going to be the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and have a good one.